Chạy là one, and it's a very long. Thank you very much. He wants to record you now on the radio, like it's live. So at 20 to 12, we'll put it out live on the radio. Whilst he's talking to you, you're recording it.
But he doesn't have it.
Think of looking for that coming through.
Well,
Same as mine, but beautiful. I mean,
He's just going through the information. I think the radio interviewer is just going through the information. They're giving him an information sheet, so he's doing his homework quickly.
so first we'll have the radio interview.
Is that all right?
Nice to meet you.
Yes. You're on Central Television and Anglia Television.
The one, yes.
The television
Yeah.
channels in the area. And you're appearing, you've actually got all the details about the North.
Yes, this is the hall.
Yes, good.
Guild hall.
Okay, fine. Okay, just check you've got enough juice in the machine. Can I ask you, first of all, just if you have managed to have any breakfast this morning or not? It's a silly question to get a little bit of level on the tape recorder.
I have.
You have. What did you manage to get?
I got some cottage cheese.
Okay, that's fine. Great. Okay. Right, what we'll do is I'm going to do a nice live interview, so I'll introduce you. Now, what would you like me to refer to your name as? Mataji?
Mataji.
Okay, fine. Okay. And let's think. Some people have said you're a yoga guru. Is that a nice description or not? Or what? A yoga guru or not?
No, I'm not a guru.
No. Okay, fine. Well, that's fair enough. Okay. Okay. So I won't use that description. But your teaching is called Sahaja Yoga.
Sahaja.
Sahaja Yoga. Yeah. Right, fine. Okay. You're all right there. You don't need any makeup on me. All right then.
Yes, my handkerchief. Wonderful.
This is Phil Malone of the County Show in the Victoria Centre in Polk Road in Wellingborough. With me is Mataji, who teaches Sahaj Yoga. Now, Mataji, what exactly does this yoga involve?
Sahaja means Saha is with, Ja is born. So whatever is born with you means spontaneous. It is a living process of the living force which is surrounding us, which is everywhere, which pulsates in everywhere. And this happening is the breakthrough, the ultimate breakthrough into our unconscious. Can be described psychologically.
So some people call this self-realization.
Same.
Now, your background is from a Christian family in India.
Yes.
Is your teaching involved with Christianity or not?
It is, of course, because Christ is very important for Sahaja Yoga, no doubt. But the way we understand Christ out of the text of Bible is very limited. We have to see to other texts about him and expand and explain him, what he meant, because Bible is not sufficient to explain.
So, is your message one of peace in that case? Peace in the rest of the world, or peace within people?
Peace within will only bring the peace outside. Whatever we are inside is expressed outside.
Now, you have had some successes in curing people or healing people in the past. Is this because you work from the inside out, or how do you do it?
It's just very simple, because you have the vitality That force is vitality itself. And once you have that flowing through you, if you give that vitality to someone, that person is revitalized. In simple words, you can say like that. But actually it is a happening within you which takes place. There is a residual force, the germinating force you can call it, or the ascending force within you which rises and gives you the experience of your spirit. Means your spirit comes into your attention. Means you can feel it on your central nervous system. So you receive the information, or we can say you become enlightened by the spirit, which is the absolute. Once you receive the absolute, as a byproduct of that, all these things drop off, all your maladjustments and everything.
Now, tonight you're appearing in Northampton at the Guildhall.
Yes.
If people went along, what would you have to say to them tonight?
I'll have to explain to them what actually they are. Actually, they are the spirit. And this body, mind, and all these things are just the covering. Now our attention is at our body level, at the level of our mind or emotions. But you have to go beyond. And with this happening, it happens. When it happens, you become the twice born, as they call it, like an egg becoming a bird. The transformation takes place.
So this second birth coming, for some people perhaps, they believe this would happen when they die.
It's not possible. How can that be? That's a misunderstanding. There are lots of misunderstandings we have about these things, which can be removed. First, logically, we have to reach certain conclusions, logically, so that we don't put our brain a complete stop. We see through our logical understanding that what we have to achieve if it's a living force. Then we achieve it. Once we achieve it, then we have to verify if it is so or not. It's all absolutely open.
So are your followers then, how do they practice this form of yoga? I mean, do they do it in conjunction with other religions, for example?
You see, these religions that you see outside, they look like different religions, but actually they are one. All these are flowers out of one tree of life. They are different flowers to look at, but they are not. They are living on the same tree. There's no difference at all between them. But when you pluck them and call them, this is mine, they become dead, ugly, and funny. That's how fanaticism has come. All religions are born out of this. And here you find the integration of them. Complete integration.
Well, you'll be meeting people from Northampton and from the rest of the county in the Guildhall tonight. Thank you very much.
The address is Guildhall, St. Giles Square, Northampton.
And it starts at about 7:30.
Yes, 7:30 to start.
Thank you very much. This is Phil Malone for the County Show in the Victoria Centre, Polk Road in Wellingborough. Okay,
that
that's
good?
great, that's fine. Thanks very much. Okay, 20 to 12, that'll be all right. Okay.
You should have asked about gurus. I think that's important.
Okay.
That's very important, because all the people are misled by gurus and all this hypnotic stuff and black magic. You must say to these people.
Yes.
That's very important.
Yes, they get confused with it.
Very much confused. You see, the confusion is so much. That's a sign of modern times. So
Yes.
you must know what to expect.
Yes. Anyway, all the best. Thanks very much indeed.
Nice.
Thank you. Okay,
Thank you.
thanks. Okay, that'll be on about.
Sorry I was late, but yesterday was such a funny experience. We went down, running out 40 miles and nothing happened.
Okay.
Thank you very much. All right. What's your name?
My name's David Cook. I
Yes.
work on the local paper, Wellington West Coast. Can you tell me why you've come along to Northampton here this week?
Why have come
Why
here?
you've come along? Were you invited by...
This is just a kind of message I have. That the discovery has been made now of a method.
Is this the first time that you've come to Northampton?
No, I've come before also.
And what sort of response did you get then?
Response was, I wouldn't say very good. No newspaper didn't come at all. Yesterday also there was no one. It's very surprising.
You found a lot of people were very sceptical, was it?
I don't know what they were like because nobody came. See.
That was at the Guildhall as well, was it?
No, Guildhall yesterday, we had lots of people yesterday. But as far as the newspaper were concerned, we met some people here, but most of them came to see me when I came here first. We are sort of labor class people, and they were suffering from all kinds of maladies like possessions and things, and one gentleman just got up and started walking all around the places and talking, and it was quite funny.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, you were in Bedford last night, weren't you?
Yes,
That
I
was
was there.
right. And how did that go?
Well, very well.
It went very well. Is it in the past, I understand that you've helped heal an awful lot of people.
Yes,
Can you give me some examples of some of the more extraordinary healings you've done?
anything you see like cancer,
Mm-hmm.
then you can say blood cancer especially.
Mm.
On surgery has cured one blood cancer. Then diabetes.
In fact, I understand on one occasion you had a blind woman come to see you, is that right?
Yes, blindness if the eyes are open.
When was that exactly?
That is due to a possession on the backside, the optic lobe you have here.
Mm-hmm.
You see, if that gets possessed by an entity, your eyes are open but there's darkness. You can't see anything. And if you know how to open that and get rid of the possession, and the deaf person hearing, yes,
You've actually cured deafness as well, have you?
yes, I did. There in Geneva it happened. Yes.
Can you, I mean, it's very difficult for people to actually understand how it's done. I mean, it, you know, it all seems a bit mystical and,
Yeah.
you know, and
It is nothing mystical, I tell you. There's nothing mystical. Like you see a flower becoming a fruit. We take it for granted, isn't it? Do we find it mystical? Because we see it every day. But there is something, some power that does that. Yes? Supposing you become the owner of that power, say, or if you have that power within you, you can also do many things.
But nonetheless, I mean, if I have an illness, I go to see a doctor, he gives me tablets or so on. I mean, to actually come and see you and say that I've got the power within me to cure myself. I mean, how do you actually get
You
that
see,
power?
what happens when you become realized, or you become, it's called twice born, then you become collectively conscious. You become. It is not that I just tell you it's a brain treatment or something, or brain wash that I say, all right, now you have become this and this. You really become. That you start feeling them. They are centers on your fingertips.
So you actually feel that,
On the fingertips. You can. Everyone can feel it. Very clear.
so this is like this is the way to
Diagnosis.
diagnose it.
You
Yeah.
see, you are the doctor, you are the diagnosis. You could be patient also, and you are the medic.
So once you've diagnosed what you've
Then
actually
you
got,
should know how to cure a particular center. For example, now, which is the Christ Center? Is this one. These two are Christ Center. The pituitary people. Now, what are the diseases you get? All the diseases of the eyes you get up. Others are possessions. You see, people are mentally depressed and that. All this is due to the problem of the set. There could be ego problems also. People are egoistical, you see, and very bombastic, and they try to destroy others with their ego. All these problems can be solved if you can awaken. Because it said that he died for our sins.
and using this healing method you've got, that actually awakens.
Yes, you just have to say, Lord, stay before me, and he awakens. Because I am connected with him. So when you say something to me, that connection reaches me, and that is awakened, and there is the ego and super-ego in your head, which is sucked. Means your actions, that is your karmas, and your sins all are sucked. Once they are sucked in, this portion opens. When this opens, you get the Kundalini out. It's very simple, because it's all done. For example, now look at this. To look at this looks very simple, but must be quite complicated inside. And it has taken years to make it. So the whole thing has taken ages to make this human body. It's come out of amoeba to this stage, even from matter to this stage. All that is going to be done. Not only that, but what is going to happen to you is also existing within you in your heart, the spirit. Now, only thing is that last, this breakthrough has to take place. That is also built within you. That is Sahaja. It is built within you. It is born. Sahaja is born. So it's all within you. And just if somebody knows how to do the job, the one who should have capacity. Like the Mother Earth has the capacity to sprout the seed. You can't do it otherwise. If it is both, do anything, you can't. It's a living process. But the Mother Earth has it. You put it there and you get it. In the same way, it is supposing I have the capacity, I can do it. Supposing you get the light tomorrow, you can enlighten another person.
Mm-hmm.
One enlightened person can enlighten another person, but you have to be enlightened first of all.
Do you find that, I mean, as you say, I mean, once people have seen you and they've discovered how it can work, they can spread the word.
Yes.
But nonetheless, you say you met a lot of sceptical people last time. Do you think that is the basic problem? I mean, that sort of this healing process you have could be much more widely used and sort of...
You see, but I've seen people who come for healing just get satisfied at that thought that they are healed. They don't go further. You see, you must see that God also has common sense.
Mm-hmm.
That he would like to only heal people normally. We would like to only construct or improve or repair those lamps which will give lights, isn't it? So those who are not going to work it out, their interest is less. But still it works. I mean, it's compassion, so it works. People get cured, no doubt. But out of them, I find very few really come to Sir Yoga who come to heal. But those who have seen of this way, they are a special category of people. They are extremely beautiful people, and they are seeking, maybe they are taking drugs, going to wrong gurus, whatever they are doing. That's a different one. But they are seekers. Basically, they are seekers of the truth, and they are the best people. And they are the ones who are meant for surgery, not the people who just want their body to be all right. What's the use of having the body? What are you going to do with it? You see, this body must have a meaning. And those who are finding the meaning are the best help. Of course, they get rid of all their maladies and everything as a byproduct. But that's the main thing that's important.
I understand your husband holds a fairly eminent position. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
He's elected as Secretary General.
Of what is that?
Of one international organization you have, one agency you have in this country, called as International Maritime Organization, which has got 134 nations who have elected him. And that's how we are here.
Do you find, I mean, his work must be so completely different to yours?
No, it's quite just the same, I feel, because my work only works out how I meet people. And when I meet people, I find they like my work. I help these people also sometimes if they're sick or something wrong with them. But it never collides with my work at all, I find, because you become so loving and affectionate and so tolerant that you just don't feel anything. It's very nice to meet new people because of him I have gone to many communist countries. I visited China, I visited Russia, all these places I could not have visited.
I think, I mean, you must have a great deal of difficulty convincing people that you are a genuine, bona fide person, you know, sort of doing this work. Do you find that there is problems with people who aren't, you know, sort of string people along?
You see, it depends on what country you are. Say in India it's not difficult at all because they understand. They know, they have had an education on this, that the one who awakens the Kundalini is the real person. You see, and they can see the rising of the Kundalini, they can see the pulsation of the Kundalini, they can feel the pulsation here. It's all told them, so they know about it. I don't have to work out with them. But if otherwise, most of the seekers in other countries also have come to right conclusions because they have had a very bad time. So they have come to right conclusions, and it's not so difficult. But of course, you know that if there's too much mental projection, it's rather difficult. But it doesn't matter.
Are there a lot of fakes in this country?
Surely, most of them are.
And they must be your biggest headache, I should think, maybe.
They are not only mine, but of all the seekers.
Yeah.
And that's very true. They really ruin seekers. I've known people, they make money, put these people out of jobs, out of their lives, make them abnormal, sick, like cabbages. They take away, the children are ruined. It's horrible. Some of them get epilepsy, some of them get cancer, all kinds of diseases. Some people become blind. They all.
You don't, in fact, charge anything, do you?
No.
Now, how is your trips around the country, different countries and around Britain and so on, how are they actually funded then?
You see, it is mostly funded by my husband. Mostly he's a generous man.
That's lucky, isn't it?
He's generous. Otherwise also, I have some income of my own.
How much would you estimate that you spend trying to spread the word? a year?
Not, I can't say that. I'm not good at account. But I would say that when I travel, for example, supposing I go to any other country, sometimes Sajuvis think that I should not pay for their salvation. So out of their self-respect, they pay my traveling sometimes. But that they don't pay me, but to the travel agents or something, they buy tickets for me at the most. That's all. But not much. It's not much spending.
Where have you travelled this year then?
No, this year. Let's start. Where did I go? Can you? No, I came from America, Geneva, Austria, Belgium, Spain, Portugal, France, Germany, Russia. I went to Russia. Uzbekistan.
And this is all this year, is it?
Yes, this year, yeah.
You must be worn out.
Do I look back? Now
You don't, right?
I'm 60 now.
Really?
60 years of age, really.
You don't look 60 years old. So how did it all start for you then? I mean, right at the beginning. Let's say, I mean, most people know very little about this sort of thing, me included. But how did it actually all start right in the beginning for you?
See, actually, I was aware of it from my very childhood. As you are aware, say, for example, you are aware you are a human being. In the same way, I was aware. I was absolutely aware of me and my mission and why I'm here, what I am. Everything I was aware of from my very childhood. But I was working out how to do it in our mass. It should be for the masses. My father himself was a realized soul, and he was a member of the parliament and assembly in those days. I mean, he was the only Indian to be elected. Indian Christian to be elected, I should say. My brother also is a minister of, Minister of Communications and same thing as...
So, I mean, I suppose in India, I mean, it's not as difficult to actually make people understand. It's only when you start travelling abroad.
No, Indians understand much better.
That's what I say.
But abroad it is.
Yeah.
Because, you see, they are naive. They don't know. You see, Christ's life was only for 4 years. You couldn't tell them much about the Holy Ghost. It's all a mystery, you see. The Christianity could not give that because they never went into the search of it, into the deeper of it. Just reading Bible, telling some sort of an interpretation doesn't give you anything. So the second part of it, they didn't work out. And that's why I find people got lost more because of these gurus coming, giving them some ideas, this, that. And they sort of are hypnotized also to a great extent. All these people are hypnotized, brainwashed, and some of them went into drugs. You see, so many things, they are all self-described. That's how I found people very much confused, very much confused. Of course, the people in India, say for example, our President of India, he knows I am a saint. So he treats me like a saint. It's a very big thing. And then he come to receive me, and even the Prime Minister of India, Lal Bahadur Shastri, my husband was his secretary, but he used to come and see me off in the car, you see. So in India, it's a saint is higher than all kings and everyone put together, you see. So they know how to respect a saint, even for popularity.
Do you find that, I mean, you call yourself a saint, do you find that people in England...
No, not so much.
you know, they're not quite as...
No, they care more for politicians.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, do you find, you know, I mean, you're a little bit insulted by them sometimes?
Sorry.
I mean, you firmly believe in what you do, obviously, and it must seem incredible to you when other people...
It's all right, you see, after all, they are children. They don't understand. That's all I can say, because they are still children in spiritual life. But they are not going to crucify me this time, isn't it? So it's all right.
Now, when you make these trips to towns like Northampton and so on, you've got several people with you. Does this team come with you every time?
No, they are from this place. Some of them are now, and some of them are there. Of course, I will never say they have come from Australia, and we have an ashram in London. So they are staying there, so they just came down here. And these two are from, he is working in London, he's also there. And these three gentlemen are from Bedford, he's from Bristol.
Oh, I see.
But there is nothing like that. We got a team or anything.
Yeah.
Anybody who feels like can come round if they're free.
So anyone who's available to give you
yes,
help?
they can just to help me because it's a big group and all that, so they can help me.
Absolutely. Well, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
I hope
But
it works out.
I think you should ask one more question if you can say about Kundalini, because those who have read about Kundalini would be interested. Is that he said that also lots of books have been written about Kundalini, that it's very dangerous, it is very this thing and all that. But it is not at all. See, thousands of people have been realized, thousands. It has never put anybody into danger at all. But those who are naive, those who are unholy persons, who have no idea of a spiritual life, see, if they try tricks, like sex, through sex and all that nonsense, then it feels inside it. And then there are problems.
How can it be dangerous then?
Fine.
How you said it can be dangerous if it's not used for it?
You see, like, we could say that if I don't know this instrument and I put my hand into something, I may get to burning, but that doesn't mean this is dangerous because I don't know.
I mean, if you don't understand it, it's the equivalent of putting your finger in an electric light source.
That's sort, you see?
Yeah.
That's like that. It's but they try to do it, and then they try to write books about it. It's something surprising, isn't it? I haven't written any books so far.
So that's obviously, sort of the thing that you've got to try and make clear to people.
Yes, you have to, and then you get realization, you automatically become righteous. I don't have to tell you become righteous, because the religion is enlightened within you. You automatically become. I don't tell you that you don't drink. You just don't drink because you don't enjoy it. You don't smoke because you just don't enjoy it. Don't take drugs. You just don't do it because it's all enlightened. Because a new priority has come. Like it gets light in this room, suddenly you start seeing relative position of everything, and you know if you walk this way, you'll be hit. In the same way, enlightenment means that automatically become righteous.
What is your success rate then for healing people? What is your success rate for healing people who come to see you successfully? How many times do you actually heal people compared to the number of people who come to see you?
Some people just once, for 10 minutes sufficient. Our president, Sanjeev Banerjee, the first president, he was coming from England, America. His operation had failed. He was just in a very bad shape. I just went to see him, and he didn't know as Mrs. Mataji, but he knew me as Mrs. Shiva. And suddenly our High Commissioner told him, this is Mataji, Malade. So his wife said, I've heard you've cured so many people. So just cure my husband. I put my hand only for 10 minutes. I was just there, he got it.
Does that happen every time when you get somebody come to see you?
Not always. Some people take more time, some people take less time. It depends on. If they're complicated, you see, they take more time. Some of them do. You see, for example, supposing you have to break through now, and if you're just there, you're out.
Are there some people who you just simply can't heal?
Some people, I don't know, but you see, I don't know. I don't remember of someone who came to me and was not healed so far. Some might have been, I don't know. But those who came assiduously, I don't think, isn't it? As far as I remember, I should say.
Yeah, you've done quite well.
Because so many others, it has happened, even these people are healed.
Yeah.
So they're so into it. Imagine, one person is me. I can remember for myself, but there's so many that are healing, and I just forget about it. I just don't remember. Once I had gone to a program, I was just sitting. One gentleman came, he just touched my feet. I said, who are you? He said, you've forgotten me? I said, why? I said, I'm sorry. He said, I'm the father of such and such girl, whom you cured in 2 minutes' time, who was going to die, and this and that in the hospital. I said, really? I could remember. I said, what's this? You see? Then with great difficulty, I remember, because it was so quick. I had gone to see somebody else, and on my way back, he got hold of me. And there she was cured in such a quick manner that I forgot all of
Really? Well, I suppose the proof is in the pudding, isn't it? When we see
yes,
it.
and moreover, what I'm saying, it's not important. What is important is to become strong. Healing is not important. It's because everyone has to die in any case. What is important that you have to become the spirit. That is. And when you heal others,
That's right.
not only yourself, you can heal yourself and heal others also.
Right. Okay. Well, as I say, thank you for your time.
Many incurable diseases you can put, but that's not the main job, I think.
Yes, I think that's probably the thing that a lot of people are most interested in. So,
I agree. Yeah.
Excuse me, Mama. When the article was written by an audience post, now they took it very well, I think, and they described her as a man. Was it? I haven't got it all yet.
So I don't think
I think you're speaking to the wrong person.
I'm getting confused.
What is it? What is it?
Before, newspaper tries to introduce you to the public and they describe you as a spiritualist, because in this area we are quite different.
Yeah,
So this is in fact.
Clear yourself from that.
I remember that. And he also said I am a he. He took my photograph
Yeah.
and they referred to me as a he. You see, what's this?
Yeah. Well, in fact, this will be the first article we've ever run on you. So
You see, they never,
that's all right. That's all right. Oh, it often happens anyway.
it happens. I should have to do so many things like me. And so as you said, I have just, sometimes I don't remember.
That's right.
Okay. All right.
Two more in the number.
No.
All right. Can I take just two more pictures?
Yes, yes, please,
One
please,
of
go
them,
ahead.
like, actually, if you could raise your hands, so, you know, which you normally... Am I coming with? Is it? On your face, just out the... You have your hands up, Father, you know.
I do think.
Something like that, yeah?
Our style is like this.
All right, yeah. This stuff here, no, I won't get that in here, but you just put it anyway. You could cut that out. And the last one, if you stand up, just actually put your hands out like that, so you'll greet the congregation, you know. This is that. Lovely. Thank you very much.
You can ask to put their hands towards my photograph. My photograph is like this.
Yes.
You should have got realization of my photograph.
Yes.
Yes, they have been cured of my photograph.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Yes, that's it. That's what our city is going to have. Science is going to write what we have.
So the more we get about and the more pictures we
Yes,
have.
the pictures, these people have used pictures for me, what realization of the photograph. Not only of photographs, but they are cured pictures. Yes. And first time I went to Australia, which is big, thousands of that. What happened? That a relation of a very big man in that industry was gone. And a lady, one of the women, she said that I saw now, I just took a photograph of it. And she said, what is this? Not only that, but today she's walking, what is all like that? And that's how they came in, and that's how the crowd came. So one of them is another journalist who is realized.
Oh, I see. It's a question of, you know, making people see, isn't it, start with, I suppose, once
I
people...
think so, otherwise we will
Yeah. Well, anyway, I hope it's a successful evening
Yeah,
for you tonight,
that's a
anyway.
very responsible thing. Really, for everybody.
Well, I'm sure we'll have some...
Isn't it? After all, newspapers should give something to do also.
That's it. Thank you very much.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
It was good, beautiful. Will they give this address? Will you please? Tell them about the service. Tell them about the service. That was genius. I was wondering why he wanted to. He's a genius. He's a genius. It was good. He got me to speak and I also got him to speak. I said, let me talk fast. All right? Now, thank you for the cameraman. This team follows me there.